we see ourselves being able to, for anyone to select a piece of property on a map and know exactly what they should do with it.
New shopping centers and housing projects seem to rise as perennially as spring flowers. But these developments require complex and fragmented chain of information between workers, brokers, analysts, and developers that makes each project exceedingly challenging. Olivia Ramos, with a master's degree in architecture and real estate development, found that lack of information management untenable. So she started Deepblocks, a company that uses artificial intelligence to analyze developments and streamline the flow of information. In this episode of UpTech Report, I talked to Olivia about the inspiration behind Deepblocks and how with her product, decisions that once took several weeks and tens of thousands of dollars can now be made in 30 seconds. Olivia, thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to learn more about Deepblocks. To start us off, if I asked you to describe your company in 5 seconds, what would you say to share the briefest concept of it?
Yes. So first of all, thank you for having me. Deepblocks is using machine learning and a series of currently disparate data sets to optimize the search and modeling of real estate development projects.
Got it. And this started, you started your company about 3 years ago, is that correct?
Yes, the summer of 2016 at Singularity University. Yeah. But the first year was about coming up with a concept and coming up with a pitch deck. So we started coding in April 2017.
Got it. Okay. So now it's really been 3 years digging into it with progress. And this is being your main first business that you said getting to this point, focused on real estate. That is the industry that the entire platform is focused on. Is it commercial only or residential or both?
At this moment, we are focusing on commercial real estate, which includes, for example, living multifamily buildings that are above 4 units. So it still deals with relatively small projects. You can analyze duplexes and fourplexes with it. So it does cross over to a residential sector, but not yet have we officially said, okay, you could do single family homes, single units. It's mostly commercial.
What problem are you looking to solve?
Yes, so I'll give you a little background that will sort of really shine light on the problem. I graduated from a master's in architecture and then a second master's in real estate development. And I really thought that the industry of real estate was fragmented. So everyone had a little piece of information. So I worked for brokers, for analysts, for developers, for contractors. I was in the construction sites. And I wanted to have the whole process in my hands. And so the problem we're solving is the lack, like a single individual, a professional in real estate development and any of the disciplines can't do the entire process themselves. It requires a team, and a team that's outside their discipline. So with the goal of our software is to allow anyone to understand and undergo the entire analysis process, and eventually maybe even the entire process of making a building.
How many customers or clients are using your product right now?
So right now we have 2 versions. We have one that's open to the public. It allows very small players to do quick analysis at no cost. There's been about 2,500 testers on that side, on the free side. And we've adopted about 55 right now, beta testers, paying beta testers. So fantastic. We're hoping we're now going to market with a stronger beta push for paying users, and we'll see how that goes.
Let's dig into the technology a bit more. You mentioned using machine learning so that it's able to do a lot of this analysis. What are your data points coming in? How do you handle that data? And as much as you're willing to share about that behind technology, because AI can be thrown around a lot as marketing jargon. So yes, tell me, how are you different?
So from the beginning, we have a series of amazing AI advisors. One of them, Neil Jacobstein, who's the chair of AI and robotics at Singularity. And he said from the beginning, try to make a product that doesn't rely on AI, but can solve a problem. And that's something that you can bring to the market, really test with your customers, understand what they need. And that's what we did. but we are an AI company, and we started using machine learning about 6 to 8 months ago, because we collected enough data to use models to then generate property specific market data. So historically in real estate, when you buy real estate data, is, especially in the commercial side, is like $1 per square foot value for a region. It's not even for a zip code or a more granular level. So what we've done with machine learning is take those regional numbers, apply other publicly available data sets, like the census tract, population density, income values, to bring those commercial real estate numbers down to the census tract and eventually to the property level. So we're using machine learning models in a very simple way. Our linear models will soon be converted into neural network models. Those will be a lot more complex. They'll be able to tell the difference in prices based on latitude and longitude. We're very excited about launching those. And then the next level would be, once we have all that data in place, which we now do, is to use smart constraint mechanisms, which is also within the umbrella of AI, to optimize a real estate development project according to the rules of the zoning and the market environment.
Smart constraints. So being able to define that a bit more, dig into that.
Yeah, so it's the ability to say, for example, the zoning rules allows you to do 8 stories, X amount of units. The units have a minimum size. There's inventory around that unit of certain size and prices. So it will take all of that into account and generate what would be the optimal configuration for the highest return on cost.
Wow. Now, these data points that you're pulling in, where are you getting it from?
All kinds of places. So we at the beginning, we purchased a lot of our market data. We purchased 30 years worth of commercial real estate data. We purchased many construction project data to jumpstart the models. But now the models are updated with user data. So as people generate projects and project forward what those projects are going to make, what size they're going to be, what are the construction costs, as they adjust and create deltas between our initial baseline and their projections, the models adjust. So it's a mixture of machine learning and crowdsourcing that data.
So the idea of being able to offer your free version out there, the more and more data you get, the better.
And the better data those users get as well.
So it helps everybody. Is there another solution out there that is trying to solve the same problem that you compete against?
So I think in the world of prop tech, everyone is trying to optimize and make data more available. Within those, there are verticals that people are attacking. For example, zoning, digitization is one. Another one is the availability of data for existing building. There are a few that are modeling existing buildings, so providing automated proformas. I'm really excited about the test fit vertical, where they're trying to generate floor plans automatically according to the building code. But I would say we are one of the only ones that is combining all that information into a single formula. Mm-hmm. So bringing in the zoning and the financial analysis and the market data into the same conversation.
Got it. So it's the difference is bringing it all together in one place, hopefully make it much more efficient to go across and find the answers. Do you see licensing your technology ever to other opportunities, or is it you end consumer that you're going to want to work with?
Actually, an investor had a conversation with me yesterday, like, why don't you just license it to a big guy? And I was like, okay, well, how long do you think that sales cycle is going to be? So there's 2 conversations. One, we have very low-hanging fruit with real estate professionals right now that need tools to find better opportunities to, especially in this market, there will be a lot of opportunities in real estate, especially in this market. So those are people that we're focusing on right now. But there's definitely the opportunities to work with Esri, maybe even Google, to bring our technology and our proprietary frameworks into something that's a lot bigger that could make a bigger impact. So we're interested in both.
Got it. Now you said you have about 50 or 55 beta customers that are
Beta paying users, yes.
beta paying users, and about how many, 2,000 folks or users that are using the free version?
Yeah, the free version, and that's in over 80 countries. So that's pretty
80
cool.
countries. So the
Yeah.
data that you purchase for all this, there is no geographical area it limits to? Like, what are the spots?
The data was in the US,
Hmm.
but using publicly available international indexes, we've been able to expand that data to other countries. Some will be more accurate than others,
Hmm.
but the more projects that are created in those countries, we'll be able to update those models based on the technology we're using.
Gotcha. Right now, pricing for beta users, if someone wanted to approach you, what does that look like?
Super cheap. I mean, so, and we want that because we want people to adopt it. We think it's scary to adopt something new. It
Hmm.
does take a little bit of an educational curve. So for example, our year subscribers, we provide 4 to 5 hours of one-on-one to make sure they understand how to really optimize their analysis and their modeling techniques. But the pricing starts at $9.99, $9.99. For the global users, it's a tier that doesn't have a lot of information. So we don't have the parcel level definition. We don't have the zoning definition. So that's $9.99. There's a middle tier where we have the parcel level definition. And that's available in over 1,100 cities in the US as well. Yes, 100 with us in the US. And that's $16.99 a month, $16.99 a month. And then the pro version, which has the zoning data, the parcel level data, and there you really could do the entire flow, is $21.99, so a month. So it's very affordable, very available. We also have an app that's $4 a month. And that tells you all the zoning for any piece of land you're driving around. You could check out what you can build anywhere.
Wow. Very affordable indeed. So
Well,
this
that's
obviously,
beta. We're not promising those prices will stay like
right,
that for the final product. But
right,
for now, it's an opportunity for people to really have a very powerful tool.
right. So looking forward then, where do you see your company in 3 to 5 years from now?
We're super excited about that vision. We see ourselves being able to, for anyone to select a piece of property on a map and know exactly what they should do with it, to be able to optimize real estate instantly, and to get to a more intimate level with that model, where you can generate floor plans, where we can generate even construction methods, to the point where we really see the future, whether it's us or any other technology that comes along, where we really see it is to be able to press a button and you could 3D print the building. You could do that for catastrophe relief. You could do that for affordable housing. I mean, if we reduce the cost and time of making things, then we could really reduce the cost of living from the real estate perspective.
I love the vision that you paint, Olivia. I'm excited for that type of future. So where can people go to learn more, and what's a good first step for them to take?
So the demo is a great first step. It's free. You can use the search engine to find different types of properties. Then you can model those properties. You can even export a PDF, all at no cost. And if you go to our website, deepblocks.com, you just on the top right, you can see try free and get started that way.
Be sure to check out part 2 of our conversation with Olivia, in which she offers some key advice on how to raise money from venture capitalists.